Hello, everyone. La13 Scale here, also known as Scale, and we're back with Sucker for Love First Date. I'm thinking, because clearly Act 3 relies on me having known that I dated both of them. So I definitely need to at least finish this out, where I do the sign.
Do
So,
this, and I will be.
all right, we got all this. We got all this back. So all that's left now. Okay. Dim all the lights except for your window and light black light candles. I figured out what I did wrong, by the way. I figured it out. It was that I needed to re-look at the book under the black light. And not do the ritual under black light.
Behold, the yellow sign. Become my slave, my eternal captive audience.
Uh-huh.
I am entropy. Disorder. Where things are built tall, I appear to knock them down. Monuments, nations,
Oh.
relationships.
Oh. Some of these husks have wedding rings on their fingers.
I steal the hearts and minds of the rich or powerful to break them, and litter my court with them like gold dust.
Oh. But why me of all people and broke?
Because I am the breeze of chaos that knocks down any tower that challenges the grandness of my court. Your relationship with my sister was one of those things.
Man.
Before, I only pursued you because you have a great deal of clout amongst the night-going crowd and shrewd, wealthy types.
Oh.
You would have been an incredibly powerful servant who would have been able to draw in countless wayward souls that meet my standards.
Oh.
At least, until that reality ended and you undid all of my hard work.
Sorry.
All of my followers that I had stolen from Ln'eta, gone in an instant. And I had no choice but to abandon that reality.
It's fine. I have a cat on my lap, by the way.
There's nothing left to destroy if nothing exists, you see.
Yeah. So, because I helped her too
But
good.
in this reality, I've stolen away her most powerful asset. You. Just as I've stolen every member of my entourage.
So I'm the most powerful part of... Because I can keep ending worlds for her? All of the husks, they're bleeding from their chests into their elegant robes, just like me. All these people. Why?
Why? Because it's what I do.
No, I mean, like, are they still here? Are they kind of third-wheeling in our moment? Kick them out.
Huh?
Yeah.
Such a defiant tone. Why aren't you under the effects of the yellow sign?
I don't know, honestly.
Were you unaffected? Did the spell fail?
Oh, you know what? It didn't work because I was already affected. I don't feel any different.
You're supposed to be obsessed with me.
Well, that doesn't change anything. Ah. I already was since I first saw you. That's why your little spell didn't work.
You can try and resist it all you want, but one way or another, you're my eternal slave from now on.
I guess. Are you proposing to me? Then I accept.
No, dearest, I'm not talking about marriage.
Oh.
What I'm talking about is
Still would
catering
rather
to
be
my
Ln'eta.
every whim, anticipating my every desire, and living solely to please me.
While I still have my personality intact? Yeah, that just sounds like marriage. Okay, look. It's an unhealthy version of marriage. Look, I wanna point out a thing, okay? There are two ways to go about things, right? So for a while, I had been telling my fiance, which we've been together like 11, 12 years, something like that now. The only reason we haven't gotten married yet is that requires money. And a change in insurance policies. But I had been telling him for literally months that I thought that the dishwasher was going because every time that I would run it, nothing would clean. And he kept insisting that that wasn't, you know, that couldn't be correct. Clearly, I have to be doing something wrong. The dishwasher can't be working properly. So, I tried doing it again. He still kept insisting. I said, okay, I'll come to a compromise then. Since you believe I'm doing this wrong, and, you're the only one that can magically somehow get it to work, because he did get it to work once or twice, and I refuse to work a broken appliance, and you do not want to call maintenance, then the compromise is, you just handle all of these dishes, and then this way I don't have to put in that effort that I said I don't want to put in. And you can just put them in the dishwasher so that they're loaded properly according to you. This yesterday, the dishwasher finally went. It had been cleaning less and less to begin with, but now it was fully, it's dead. We bought a drying rack, like a new drying rack that actually holds more than our previous one. And I had a choice this morning when I was talking about it and we were discussing calling maintenance. And I very easily could have said, see, I told you so. You should have listened to me from the beginning, yada, yada, yada. But saying those words out loud wasn't going to help anything. It's not like we're going to go back in time and, undo it. And I believe that the lesson of, maybe take my considerations further into account, because I understand what his concern was. He didn't want to have to call maintenance. Knowing that it was going to have to be him that was going to be making the phone call because I'd be at work. So I decided not to say that. I called somebody else and I told it to them there, and I, did it here just to get it out of my system so I don't explode. But I acknowledge that that is not a good way to have a relationship. Doing the I told you so dance isn't changing anything. So instead, it was, okay, now we move on. Like, okay, this is what we'll do in the meantime. Please remember to call maintenance tomorrow. Yada, 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 yada. And that was it. That was the end of it. And I could kind of tell that he was kind of grateful that I didn't say that. But that, I feel like that's kind of part of learning to be in a good and healthy relationship, is knowing you can say that thing to feel vindicated, but being the bigger person and choosing not to because you love that person. It's hard. It's hard as hell to do. It's really hard to practice regularly, and you're gonna screw it up. But choosing to do stuff like that, where you're like, yeah, being sarcastic in this moment isn't gonna help. Yes, pointing out I told you so isn't gonna help. It's just gonna make him feel bad. And there's no benefit to upsetting this person. Now, if I thought that he hadn't learned the lesson, then maybe I would have said it. But you could see that he was annoyed because he had to go buy a drying rack, which was like $50 freaking, but we got a nice one. So, just some food for thought, right? Running around doing whatever the significant other says, not great. But, and I know it's just a throwaway joke, but like, I think the reason that the divorce rates are so high, which is a good thing to some degree because we don't want incompatible people to be together, but it's just that people haven't learned that sometimes you need to forego being petty within your own relationship to build something on love, rather than feeling the need to vindicate yourself when you were correct in an argument. That's just my thought. Anyway.
No, I'm talking about a servitude where you do nothing but kiss the ground I walk on and revere me for all of time.
He's gonna say it still sounds like marriage.
A servitude unlike anything on Earth, where you never so much as think of anyone else.
Okay. No, we have that on Earth. It's still called marriage. Yeah, see, I knew he was going to say it.
It's different!
Well, I mean, yeah, given that multiple of these guys are, you know, wearing rings, but I mean, legit. Okay, how about this? That's marriage to a simp, honey. That is marriage to a simp. It's not.
Is too!
How so?
It means no freedom. Forever. You are only permitted to do as I say.
Now, in my healthy relationship, we can do whatever the hell we want, but that needs to be communicated to the other. Like, hey, I'm going out after work to the bar with some guys. Cool. Now I know not to, wait and make food for you. Keep me up to date. Let me know when you're leaving. That kind of stuff. Or, oh, I would rather you not because I have these plans. And you're involved in them. Is there any chance we can find a way to work this out? Like, can you help me with this other, can we work together to solve my problem, like my issue? And then, you can do what you want, but like my concern also needs addressed. That's really important. Like, I've been trying to focus on changing the way that we communicate that way. Like, hey, this is my concern regarding this, and this is your concern. Like there was something that's in the microwave, like a cover for something, and my fiance doesn't like it being there because it's in the way when he goes to use it. But I'm like, okay, well, so here's my problem, right? That's there to prevent, like, here's why it's here. Prevents butter from exploding all over the microwave when I go to, melt butter with it. Which I do pretty frequently because I like making popcorn. I don't want to have to clean it every single time, so I just keep it in there. I can't just leave it on the counter because I'm worried that the cats will lick it and get sick, especially given that I put things like truffle oil in my butter and I'm not sure how that would impact the cats. I don't know where else to keep this partially dirty thing. Do you have a better suggestion? Or can you get over the fact that it's in there and that you have to move it for the 3 times in a 2-week span that you use the microwave? That kind of stuff. Or, will you be the one willing to clean the microwave for me? Because I won't be using this thing. Like, that just doesn't feel fair to you, and narrowing it out this way. This is going to be rants about how to have healthy relationships. Yep.
And it means preparing every single one of my meals for me, whenever I so wish.
Oh my God, I would love if my fiance would do this. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy cooking. I just don't have time to work a full day job, do this, any other additional projects I pick up, like crocheting a blanket or, learning to fix a controller for work purposes. And then, also having time to cook. Because cooking and then eating. Cooking takes like usually about an hour. Eating takes about like an hour. So I'd rather he do the cooking. Yeah, for sure.
And it means never being allowed to quit your servitude. You'll never be free of me so long as you live.
Okay, that sentence I've said. That sentence I've said in my relationship. I've also occasionally made the joke too, where it's like, yeah, no, you can't cheat on me, because I know that means that you'd have to put effort into communicating with somebody in general, and you hate people. Until death do us part, even?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, but you are literally describing being married. I mean, hey, if that's what you want, then I'm in. Let's get married.
Dearest.
Aww. That's actually really cute. She's all flustered.
You shouldn't.
And?
I stole you away. I ruined your relationship with Ln'eta.
Yeah, and I'm still a little upset about that because I'd so much rather actually have Ln'eta, but... Because she would marry me in earnest. I preferred you from the beginning. I already broke up with Ln'eta in the other reality, actually.
Why are you being so persistent?
Oh.
You can't really want to marry me that badly. You're just trying
I can't
to
believe
act
that
all
stayed.
smooth, so I give you your second smooch.
Save it for our wedding day.
You can't be serious. right?
Am I getting my wedding? He was serious. The king in white. Oh my god, I love it. She's so confused.
Sucker for love. First date.
All right. Oh no, not new. Not new. Go back. We load.
Sucker for love. First date.
I wanna look.
Home sweet home.
Are we? What did I just do? Okay. Do we?
Just focus on following the book perfectly.
Okay.
You're good to start doing these rituals on your own, right?
Yes.
I'm just...
You're getting in the shower. I know this is one of the endings. I won't. I mean, technically, I'm a married man in another reality.
Won't?
So, did the universe end or not with the King in Yellow, with Estir?
All right, I'll be back in a jiffy.
All right, let's go die, guys. I went mad. Worth it. Ah. My eyes bled out. All right.
Sucker for love. First date.
I know that I can go through and do all the rest of them. Got it. So the ones in red are what kill me, huh? So what, is this if they meet? I don't know how to get the rest of these, but I really would love to just keep having Ln'eta only. She was so sweet.
Sucker for love. First date.
There was a sequel game to this, wasn't there? I'm gonna have to buy the sequel game. I need to stop spending money this paycheck, though. Because, you know, at the time of recording this, I'm coming up on a holiday. I gotta figure that out. But either way, that's all the time we've got for this episode. The next episode is going to be just dedicated to getting that last ending. So we're going to see how long that episode is. But we'll see it when we get there. So in the meantime, take care, everybody.